What's up guys, DuArktik here with another Marvel Strike Force video, and in this video we're back to talk about Kahhori. Should you core for her? Should you buy her? Was she overhyped? Maybe she was overhyped. We're gonna talk about why you should consider or not coring for her, which advantages she's gonna bring to the table right away, and who's she's going to help the most. There were a lot of questions on my live stream where we were testing her. We had over 200 people watching the stream, and a lot of feedback came through in terms of questions, what people want to know about her. So we're going to try to answer everything, and we're also going to take a look at some clips that tells you if she's going to be a good character or not. So we're going to try to break down all the information that you need to know about Kahhori, and then you make the decision for yourself if she's going to be a character that you want to unlock early or not. But like I said, she was a little bit overhyped, and she's a little bit of a disappointment. That's just it. She's just not as good as some people said she was going to be. So as always, if you like the information on these videos, make sure you share it with your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content, and make sure you smash that like button like a boss. Now, Kahhori, even that she was overhyped, she's still an absolute boss. She's still amazing. She's gonna provide a lot of value for you in Cosmic Crucible, Dark Dimension, maybe even in raids if you want to use her. The problem is that we were kinda misled that she was going to be like this one-shot character for Arena and for Alliance Wars, and it's just not the case. And based on that feedback, a lot of people were concerned that she was going to be too overpowered and scopely nerfed the basic. And the reality of it on the live server is that she's not actually that good, and nerfing her basic is actually a huge problem for us, because now she cannot do certain combos with other characters like Odin that she would do otherwise. And even if you'd put her together with Odin, it's still not a guaranteed win by any means. And this is why we got extremely misled, because yeah, sure, she could do the triple tap with certain characters like Old Man Logan and Odin, but Odin is a mythical character, Old Man Logan is a legendary character, and those characters have their specific situations where we are using them, so you might not have the possibility of using them together. So this is the problem of people who are on the test server, is that I think maybe they are forced to test against cookie cutter teams or not the top meta teams, and then when these characters come to the game, they are always a little bit disappointing. Now, I'm going to show you the campaign. And the campaign for Kahhori is important. First off, because it's going to last for 60 days, and because you can farm snow globes, which will allow you to get more crimson gear, but not only that, you can also get red stars for your Shadow King. And very important is that you can farm these basic catalysts. I'm going to tell you right now, these basic catalysts are going to be a huge problem in the near future. As you guys can see, I only have 2,000 of them, almost 3,000, but El Catalysts I have a lot more. And this should not be the case. So every time you have an opportunity, you should be farming your basic catalysts. And if you unlock Kahhori early, you can farm them for sure, on top of getting the snow globes, which once again, or allow you to get more crimson gear, or allow you to get more red stars for your Shadow King in the snow globe store. Okay, so with this in mind, we're gonna get benefits from her right away. In Cosmic Crucible, like I said, she's gonna be very powerful. In Alliance Wars, not as much. So we're gonna take a look at a few clips that we're gonna face the top Alliance War teams right now, the most problematic teams right now in Alliance Wars, and you'll see that even if you pair up with Odin or with Apocalypse or whatever, it does not matter, because she is cancelled out by other effects from other teams. So let's take a look. Let's take a look at a few matches with Kahhori in action, and you'll see why she's not going to matter much in terms of the war meta as a solo character. The full team, we'll see. I don't think it will make a huge difference, but this is one of the teams that we face right now in Alliance Wars that is very strong, which is Alpha Flight with Mephisto and also with Odin. This usually requires multiple sacks, even with your own Odin, so keep that in mind. Okay, so let's take a look. You will see that North Star right away stops Kahhori, right? That means that you'll have to use Kahhori and the Absolute A-Force against teams that are not even that good. And other problem with Kahhori is that her basic can be dodged, so especially against Sasquatch, she struggles. She really struggles to apply the expose. And other problem that Kahhori has is that she has very bad focus. The focus is very, very bad. So you probably have to use her as a skirmisher just to make sure that the expose lands. Okay, so as you guys can see, we are trying to attack the enemies. There is really nothing that we can do about it. Odin will still go way too slow, and you don't have any real character here that stops the enemies. The combination of Mephisto, North Star, and Odin on the enemy side in Alliance Wars is just way too strong. And you have situations similar to this in Cosmic Crucible, which is with Captain Britain. So for example, if you put Kahhori on offense and you face a Captain Britain on defense, well, guess what? Kahhori is not going to take any turns. And if you put Kahhori on defense, then guess what? You'll have a Cabal that can stop Kahhori. So once again, multiple reasons why this character did not have to be nerfed, because there are so many answers right now for us to handle with characters like this. And as you guys can see, the team got destroyed, so she didn't make a difference. Let's take a look at another team that is very strong in Alliance Wars as well, which is Annihilators with Mephisto and with Odin. And this time we're going to bring Apocalypse, so we have extra health and we can remove the safeguard from Gladiator. It doesn't make a difference. The only character that makes a little bit of a difference here is Ares. So you pretty much need Ares to be babysitting Kahhori all the time. Otherwise, Kahhori, she's not going to be able to perform very well. Other problem is that Kahhori, she goes very fast, indeed, but she does not have any kind of ability block or stun that will help you to stop the enemies. So you cannot stop the empowered Mephisto, you cannot stop Odin from doing his special. So either way, like, I really don't see a reason for this character to be nerfed. In regard to Arena, we have Gladiator, he stops her in Arena. We have, like I said, North Star in Alliance Wars. We have Gladiator also in Alliance Wars. We have all these other characters like Captain Britain and Cabal in Cosmic Crucible as well. So once again, was there really a reason for us to use this character like this? I'm not sure. What Scopely could have done either way is just make sure that she had some kind of expose mechanic or exhaust mechanic, that she would not be like always super powerful, right? So if someone decided to put her on defense, you still have some chance to fight back. But I'm not sure. I think this character was absolutely overhyped based on how many options we have to use or we can use against her. Once again, you can see that she made no difference against this, and it all comes down to Odin. And either way, if Odin would assist or not, it wouldn't make a difference. Now you're going to take a look at Kahhori in Arena, and you'll see that once again she makes absolutely no difference, because if you have Gladiator in Arena, he stops all kinds of speed bar from the enemies. So once again, she's not going to do anything. She has 0 speed bar and she's slower than Odin, so it's not going to trigger anything at all. Once again, the videos that we saw overhyping Kahhori were against the teams from 2 years ago. So obviously, if you are facing teams from 2 years ago, the Horseman team, of course Kahhori would be insane, right? But facing Gladiator or facing even Secret Defenders, the team from last year, they would have no chance of actually beating them. And that's the huge problem, is that we were misled by the usual suspects, the envoys, that Kahhori was going to be this ridiculous character in Arena, when it's actually not the case. Once again, if Gladiator is on the Arena defense, you cannot even get speed bar. So you can see, once again, we are facing these teams from 2 years ago. Of course Kahhori is going to be insane there. You are using Odin and Kahhori. of course that's gonna look amazing, but against new teams, she's not gonna do anything. So keep your expectations in check. What we saw from the envoys is highly misleading. Now, if you are talking about teams that are not the absolute meta, like those Mephisto teams, Odin teams, and so on, Kahhori can provide some value. So, for example, we are facing a pretty big, pretty decent size, let's say decent size Astral team on defense with a lot of awakened abilities, and we're going to use Kahhori with some new members of A-Force, some members of the old A-Force, and specifically Photon, Jessica Jones, and Nico Minoru. Those are very important. Nico Minoru because she provides speed up, so even if they have speed bar mechanics that stop, we still have the speed up, which is great. Jessica Jones is going to provide energy, and Photon is going to provide more speed up for Kahhori, and this is going to completely change how the team works. Unfortunately, this does not work against the teams that we're talking about with Mephisto and with Odin and with Gladiator and whatever else. It still does not work, so we need to keep our expectations in check. You can increase their value a little bit once again with Erish, but then you are just sacrificing way too much because you cannot keep the Erish, Odin, and Apocalypse or something like that all at the same time, right? You have to make decisions. You can only choose 5 characters, and it gets to a point where you lose the value. Okay, so the secret of making this team better is to use Jessica Jones special turn 1, and then use Photon ultimate turn 1, so the entire team has speed up for 2 turns. If you do this, then Kahhori will be able to do her ultimate turn 1, and the ultimate will give her 100% speed bar, which means she's going to be able to do 2 turns back to back. So she will have a total of 4 turns very, very fast. And once again, this implies that you have Photon and Jessica Jones, which is quite powerful. But once again, because we are recycling this A-Force team, it's not a big deal. And the only character that we leave behind is the Ironheart, but her kit is trash anyway, so that's not a bad thing. For the last section of gameplay, we are going to take a look at Kahhori in action in Dark Dimension. And in Dark Dimension, she is very, very solid. Remember that she is cosmic and she applies Expose, so she's going to have a lot of synergy with Thanos in game and with Val. Both of them give or gain energy whenever you attack characters with Expose. So the more characters you have with Expose, the better it will be for you. And Kahhori really contributes on this. The only problem with this team for Dark Dimension is that they don't have slows and they don't have speed ups. So if you want to look for something that gives you those type of positive effects, it will definitely help you in Dark Dimension. But overall, this team is not bad, especially because you have so many revives and you have so many characters with the new stats, right? And even Val that does not have the new stats, she's still very, very solid. So if she's a character that, if you are still going through Dark Dimension 7 and Dark Dimension 8, she's definitely a character that you should consider as a major priority for your progress in Dark Dimension 7, Dark Dimension 8, and even Dark Dimension 3, 4, 6, whatever, if you are still going through those different Dark Dimensions. Okay guys, so there you go, that's going to be the video. Kahhori, she's overpowered, yes, to a degree. Is she a I win button, a cheat code? Not exactly. In certain situations she can be strong, but like I said, we have answers for what she does. She gets a lot of speed bar, but you have characters like Northstar, Captain Britain, Gladiator, we have Cabal, lots and lots of characters that stop this speed bar from being gained, and this means that she will face certain limitations. Of course, you can create a strategy around this that will increase your chance of getting value out of her, but once again, she's not going to be a I win button. She's not going to affect the best teams in terms of Alliance Wars. That's just not the case. Those teams absolutely overshadow this character, and overall I think she had no reasons to be nerfed, but she's definitely a good addition for your team. In terms of spinning spark cores or not, you can farm those catalysts earlier. You can farm snow globes that will allow you to get red stars on the Shadow King and so on. But that's it. That's the value that you are getting. You are getting more options for your Alliance Wars and Cosmic Crucible, so you have PvP modes. And in the future, on future Dark Dimensions, she's going to be a very solid option as well. But by that point, you probably already got the event. So it's definitely something that you shouldn't rush for, unless you are someone very competitive in both Alliance Wars and Cosmic Crucible. So that's going to be the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Kahhori, definitely a character fun to play with. And as you guys saw, if you play her in the right way, she can be extremely powerful, especially if you can do the ultimate as early as possible. But overall, like I said, there are many answers for her, and she was definitely absolutely overhyped. So make your decision, but at least now you are aware of what she can do and what she can't do. So that's going to be the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you smash that like button, and if you found the video helpful, make sure you share it with your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe for more Mouse Strike Force content, and I'll catch you guys later.